Hello and welcome, guys. Just waiting for a few seconds before starting. We're starting in less than a minute. Okay, so hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome to this webinar. I'm Ahmed Ammar, the Commercial and Expansion Vice President for Labs. And I'm replacing today, Monica is not able to attend today. So I'm sorry for that, I'm replacing her. So we're starting this webinar, and as mentioned earlier, it's mainly concerned about how can your organization stand firm after the current crisis. And the main focus in that is what are the impacts that right now has gaps, and how can you help yourself and your organization to be standing firm regarding this. The four parts or the four pillars of the agenda for today are going to be the first introduction part, then the ideation process about the package or the idea that we are talking about. Then our experts, both Ahmed Ismail and Mu'min Amran, are going to talk to us about the solution details, how can it help. Then after that, a 10 minutes to 15 minutes question and answers. So first of all, most of the consulting firms has started initiating the main concerns for any company for gaps to be missing today that requires coverage. The main gaps that are going to impact us are, first of all, the visibility. Can I see my organization? Can I see all the whole operations for the company? Do I have any limitations inside my applications? Do I have control and governance in this remote working environment? Are my business processes fully automated and covered by a solution? Do I have best practices for that? Are they consistent? Is my IT cost for having it up and running, especially in isolation time like now, is it cost effective? Is it safe for the people? Do I have any risks internally or externally which are going to be happening for sure after this pandemic passes? And the complexity of the whole operation. Any gap or in any area of this has been referred to as a risk that requires to be covered during the current pandemic and requires to be covered as soon as possible. So we started the ideation. First of all, we worked with you, worked in our projects. We started operating with you to be checking will this pass or not. Then we started the pandemic case. Everybody stays at home. Everybody is keeping safe. Then we got bored and you got bored of this, and we want to increase the productivity again. So increasing the productivity make us believe that availability on a virtual basis is the core thing that can help you to be running your operation in a much better way. So keeping the people safe, keeping everybody safe from the engagement, and keeping the operations running with the minimal required attendance for anyone in the job. That's the main ideation process behind the whole thinking of this. And when we think about this, that with SAP, when you're covering a whole portfolio with SAP as a partner, we're covering a range of too many applications, starting from S/4HANA with Business ByDesign and SuccessFactors, also the procurement portfolio with Ariba, and too many other stuff. There is a risk that if you're going to make yourself waiting until you're covering all this, you're going to take too much time. And this time you're going to be impacting your business a lot. So we started the whole concept of this ideation. And the first coverage that we thought about is the whole process for the small and medium businesses, which have been impacted a lot, but too many parts are going to be covered on a later phase. So from your engagements, what are the main business areas or impacts that have affected you? I've launched the poll for this. If you can reply, it's going to be really helpful. I'm giving 10 seconds for the replies. Five more seconds. Okay. So as you can see right now, the supply chain is the most impacted part with the current pandemic. Deliveries are too late from your suppliers. Deliveries are too late from your end to your customers. And this is affecting everyone and risking out the health of your people. Human resources coming in the second place. And human resources has a very good concern or a very valid concern for the health of people. People are the whole engine for the organization. So human resources is one of the most impacted parts. And the projects, of course, of the lack of attendance requires the projects to be maintained well. So we're going to go by today covering these parts together to be focusing on your business. So we thought about Business by Design as a whole solution for the small and medium businesses, and we're going to cover after that webinars starting from the day after tomorrow, then following it during Ramadan with webinars that are going to cover SuccessFactors, Ariba, and all the other stuff. So stay tuned, please, so that we can help you out in this. The solution has more than add-ons, more than one add-on, multiple add-ons for this. Rapid deployment starting from 6 to 12 weeks. If you're having a wholesale company, starting from 6 weeks and up to 12 weeks of the whole deployment cycle, scaling from 7 to 10,000, more than 10,000 users, covering more than 29 industries. And the sweet spot industries, which means the industries that are covered out of the box without any requirements for add-ons are professional services, discrete manufacturing, and wholesale and distribution. So this covers all the aspects of your businesses. It's ideally between 150 to 1,500 or 1,500 employees. Over 100% of the deal is partner-driven, which means that the engagements on any on-ground activities are minimal, and ordering can be placed through partners, and all the operations can be done through partners. And 36 right now, they have increased to best practices end-to-end business scenarios. So that's about the solution, about the Business by Design. And as you see, it contains too many modules that are contained within the whole suite for the Business by Design, the cloud suite. It's cloud, no installations required. It's ready, out of the box, end-to-end. It requires minimal deployment time. So having this and putting it all on a virtual basis was the key challenge. About us as labs in a couple of minutes, we are a company located originally in Jeddah. Then we've expanded in Saudi Arabia to be covering too many spots. Then we're having an office in Egypt, in Bahrain, in Sudan, and in UAE. We're famous for our dedicated resources. Maybe some of you have heard about us. and we're having a support team, dedicated support team for after the go live requirements. We're having more than 50, right now it's more than 55 happy partners and more than 130 certified consultants in our company. So we thought about it. We were having a package called Business ByDesign Express package, which includes all these modules that you see, or all this scope that you see. So the baseline, including licenses, including implementation, includes support. It includes all the finance, the supply chain, and the customer relationship management, with the training, configuration, and the master data migration, and the support, including the project support and the post-live support, which comes out of the box in the subscription model with the solution. So this, you can take it as one-time payment if you want to do an investment, which is not the right idea to be taken today. Subscriptions, one subscription you're going to make as an expense fraction of any cost that's going to be covering you for whole contracts of 3 to 5 years contracts. And also there are add-ons for the project management, add-ons for manufacturing or production, add-ons for integration with SuccessFactors, and we're going the webinars that I just mentioned. The day after tomorrow is going to be for SuccessFactors, SAP SuccessFactors for the HR management. So the whole integration with SuccessFactors is within the add-ons, within the scope of the add-ons. And in a nutshell, it's one-time investment or multi-year subscription. The baseline can start live in 8 weeks, and it can start from 6 if you are a wholesale company, localized for your country out of the box. It includes license, implementation for finance, supply chain, customer relationship management, master data management, training, and support. It's based on HANA, powered by SAP ByDesign itself. No tips and tricks, no hardware to maintain, no IT complexity, no bad performance, and includes all the add-ons that I just mentioned for the project management and for the manufacturing. The deployment is totally 100% offshore and can be done, as you can see right now, for the whole company. So that this utilizes the days that you are in quarantine and we are in quarantine. So it can help you out to be utilizing. Earlier, it was one of the challenges that you must be in operation and we must be on site at your end. We are wasting too much of time for chasing each other to be making the project happen. So right now, it's the perfect time to be engaging in such short time deployments. So the readiness and preparation takes a week, the exploration for the business in 1 week, the configurations takes 2 weeks at our end, then the deployment and training and all the stuff takes 2 weeks, and we have 2 weeks of dedicated support, which can be implemented after that with the support. We have done that to too many business partners. We have done other jobs also with many references at our end. So please contact us if you need to know any stories out of these success stories that we have. So these are our labs, and that's not only Business ByDesign, that's all the portfolio that we have. And I'd like right now to avoid taking time from our experts to be showing you the innovations that we've added on the Business ByDesign. So I'm going to hand over the whole presentation to Ahmed Ismail, which is going to start with us his presentation. Please keep the contacts if you want them, and I'm going to share it at the end of the presentation again.
Good afternoon. This is Ahmed Ismail, the Business ByDesign team lead in Labs company. I'm happy to be here with you to talk about the main 3 values of Business ByDesign. First of all, as Ammar was talking of how fast Business ByDesign can be implemented, it's fast time to value. It can be implemented in the average small and medium-sized businesses in 8 to 12 weeks, leveraging the built-in best practices. Also, how Business ByDesign is a comprehensive business suite. It's architected to support your entire business end-to-end, help you manage your complete journey with SAP's best-in-class business processes. For example, the order to cash and procure to pay business scenarios. With Business by Design, also, you can manage your entire business on a single unified platform with the document flow feature that will give you the enough transparency to know the current situation of the entire process. For example, the purchase order and the related documents like supplier invoice and the payments regarding this purchase order. Also, Business by Design gives you a 360 degrees view of your business. It enables you to monitor your business performance with the built-in analytics and KPIs to keep your business on track. The Launchpad shows a snapshot of the key KPIs and reports on the real-time state of your business. And these information are also accessible on the go from mobile devices, in addition to other important features such as approvals and other workflow items. The key components of Business by Design, the analytics that we have mentioned before, are built in across all the functional areas of the business for intelligent decision making. Also, all the reports and KPIs have real-time connection to the data and also to the business partner master data like customers and suppliers. And the technology of Business by Design is scalable to give you the ability to expand your business without worries, as Business by Design is a comprehensive for the expansion along the way. As you can, for example, add up to 10,000 users in your tenant, and for the org structure of the company can be adjusted according to your expansion. You can add new branches, departments, you can add even new businesses in other countries and keep the different versions of your org structure in the timeline that you have for your company. Also, Business by Design is user-friendly, it's easy to learn, and it's quick to implement, as mentioned before, in such a very short time in comparison to other ERP systems, and it's simple to be supported offshore. Also, the mobile connectivity of mobile devices of Business by Design empowers the workflow to make fast decisions, give more mobility and flexibility to access the essential work areas to maintain fast and smooth business processes. Here, we can have an overview idea of Business by Design. As we know, Business by Design is a full public cloud ERP solution. Being a public cloud ERP can save me a lot of headache and a lot of pain when I'm implementing Business by Design. For example, I don't need any backup servers or backup storage. I don't need any IT cost or minimum IT cost, no hardware or maintenance for this hardware, no internal servers needed. I can access my system anywhere. All I need to have is a laptop or a PC and internet connection, okay? And here we can see how Business by Design is consisting of different modules that are fully integrated, work together, and connect along the business processes, enabling you to best benefit from the best practice scenarios powered by SAP through its own experience and its big clients' experience as well. Also, you can provide us with your own business process and experience to adjust the process according to your business needs if you need this. And the reliability of Business by Design is not only limited to the strong ERP features, process, and transparency of data, or even the accessibility, but it also ensures sustainable success of your business through these 3 points. SAP provides continuing enhancements and upgrades for the Business by Design clients, also for free and on quarterly basis, and you can follow up the coming upgrades with the current applied upgrades also in the roadmap published sequentially by SAP. One of the strong key benefits in Business by Design also is the education and training built in the client's tenant in the Business by Design library, containing all the needed documents that explain all business areas, transactions, processes, and even settings. In case of needing specific on-site provided service, of course, by professional SAP consultants. You can head to one of SAP partners like Labs. You can also find very valuable information and trainings regarding Business by Design on the browser search engines. And you can find jam rooms that contain users and experts exchanging the knowledge and experience about Business by Design. And all this come along with the free courses provided by SAP and their expertise with video learning series on the SAP Learning Hub. Also, when it comes to ERP support, we all know the hassle and pain of the need to have an on-site support consultant or very experienced users. But with the integrated customer support and service provided by SAP ByDesign, have a full support team qualified and ready 24/7 to help you with any technical difficulties or issues you may face from inside your tenant or within your business tenants for the company. Here, we can see, we were talking about how comprehensive is Business by Design, and we were talking about the best practice scenarios. We can see here that one of the examples of one of the business processes here regarding the sales, it starts with handling an incoming customer inquiry, then creating a sales quotation, then creating the sales contract up to the sales order, and processing the outbound delivery, then processing receivables and payments on the other hand, and creating the down payments up to processing the payments and collections. From this, we can see that 3 different modules are integrated together. The sales module or CRM module integrated with the warehouse or supply chain for the outbound delivery. And it's also integrated with finance for processing the receivables and payments, all working together smoothly out of the box to give me the best case or the best practice and benefits from this scenario. Down here, we can find a wide range of business processes provided by SAP for the best practice scenarios. For example, we have cash and liquidity management, we have expense reimbursement, we have financial closing for finance, we have order to cash, project-based services, standardized services, sell from stock for CRM, and the procure to pay non-stock and stock, and procure to pay for service for the procurement department or the purchasing. Also, I'd like to mention that Business by Design is available in different languages, 12 languages out of box actually, to be specific, with the ability to translate the system, if needed, to any other language of your choice. We in Labs took this lead and translated the system in Arabic, and we have some screenshots here. I would like to show you how it shows. Here in the first screenshot here, we have the sales order work center translated in Arabic, as we can see, starting from right to left. Here also, we can have a look at the tax management work center. And here we can have the fixed assets work center translated into Arabic, of course, also. For the master data inside the system, if it was not created originally in Arabic, it will still appear with the language it was created with. So in the case we are implementing a new project in one of our clients' tenant, they need to decide if they want the master data also to be in Arabic or English, and this is available for both cases. Here I would like to talk about SAP Business ByDesign mobile applications, okay? SAP ByDesign provides a range of out-of-the-box mobile applications totally for free to access to your data, workflow and tasks from your mobile devices. Also, you can use these apps for approving business transactions, monitoring your business performance, keep your eyes on reports, and here we can find, we can see an example of the different applications provided by SAP, the Business in Focus that gives you access to the real-time insights and reports for the overall company performance. The manager approval is specified for approving the business documents and business transactions that need your approval as a manager in the company, and the project cockpit project to go are both working for the project management, recording time confirmations for projects, and having overview over the project performance. Here, I would like to talk about the reports. As we all know, how reporting makes business data transparent and is a must-have for every company, regardless of its size. Actually, when you think about it, it's very essential for the smaller companies to grow, as it's important for the bigger companies to sustain and expand. It provides insights to support better decision-making, and the fundamental and critical decisions can be taken with flexible and detailed reporting options. Therefore, SAP ByDesign provides a wide range of approximately 300 standard reports with thousands of standard views and selections, completely for free, very comprehensive, covering the whole business, and following the out-of-the-box best practice scenarios as well. In addition to endless arrangements and combinations of characteristics and selections that you can create as a user and save them to use them after that from within your user on Business ByDesign. Needless to mention how costly it is to invest for getting such a reporting suite for your business. So we all know how important the reporting is, and here is as a sample of a simple example to show you some of the features that we will see later on the system, but I want to just give you a simple idea about it. Each report have views and selections. The views is the part that is responsible for what characteristics I'm going to be showing in my report and the values of these characteristics, as you can see here. The selection is where I can add, remove, or rearrange my filters. I can save both the views and selections from within my user and keep them for my use after all. And here, the key figures provided by SAP are also changing the values according to what characteristics I'm putting here, and if I'm summing these characteristics together or separating them or dividing them. And here I would like to show you an example of the mobile application, one of the mobile applications actually provided by SAP ByDesign, and how it makes life much easier for the users to maintain their work and execute their tasks. I'm sorry. Right now, I'm accessing my mobile application, putting my password, and I'm logging into my user on Business ByDesign through the mobile application. Here, you can find a wide range of reports and business work centers and areas. I have the master data. Details here, and I have transactions also as well. I have the marketing leads and marketing, and I have other features. As we can see, KPIs and reports are one of the main features important here. I can go to the project sales key figure, for example, click on it and see where I'm standing exactly according to this KPI, and revise the data inside of it and the comparison between the current year, last year, and the previous 2 years ago. Also, I can go to the overdue receivables, see the KPI regarding this one that explains also the current situation for me. I can go to the, for example, gross profit KPI as well to see where I'm standing here. I can go back and perform some transactions like revising my shopping carts, or even adding a new product to my shopping cart. For example, I'm going to have a flat panel monitor here. I click on it and revise the supplier, add it to the cart. The system gives me a notification that is added already to my cart here. Now I can go back and revise my shopping cart and the items I need to purchase. then I go to click order, and automatically this purchase request will go to the procurement department so they can take the needed steps to achieve or execute the transaction to get me this flat panel monitor. Also, I can perform other transactions like creating expense reports or reviewing my previous expense reports. I can go for my service confirmations, also review them. Like I can see right here, I'll choose one of them. And then I can go revise the general data regarding this service confirmation, revise the service and spare parts in the service confirmation, or even add attachments to this transaction here. So now, as we can see, how easy it is to use and how fast it is to make me free. All I need to have is a mobile device, internet connection, and I can access my work anywhere, anytime to get things done. Thank you so much for now, for this part. And now we will go and have a look on the KPIs and reports also inside the system. And take an overview here. Now I'm going to share my web browser. You can see here, this is the web browser with the link of the tenant. I will access using my username and password. The first thing that comes up when I open my tenant here is the Launchpad. My Launchpad is where I can see the open tasks, open notifications, and open alerts. These tasks and notifications are derived either by the system automatically through the business workflow that I'm assigned to, or sent by one of my colleagues or the employees inside the company telling me that I need to take care of this or that, or I need to achieve this or that. Also, I can see here the KPIs out of the box. I can, of course, I can add more KPIs or remove them. I can rearrange them according to my position inside the company and according to which work centers I'm concerned with. As we have seen from the mobile device, now I can see the same here inside my web browser. The data appearing, my current situation, and the analysis for it. Also, in the overview here, I can see the other reports that I have added to my Launchpad. I can view my reports in either charts or I can view them in the table. Here first, I can see also the open items and alerts and tasks, as I can see the reports. Here I can have a look at my reports, the project progress report, the team member work analysis, project cost and revenue by project cost by cost category. Of course, as I mentioned before, we can add, remove, or rearrange these projects in my overview according to my business need. For example, let's have a look at this report, project cost and revenue. I think I'm having internet connection lag here. As we can see here, the system opened the default view and the default selection of this report. SAP provides me with different views and different selections, also pre-made and standard. Here I'm on the profit totals. I can change this to the revenue overview, for example, and the system will rearrange the report and start showing new data and removing other data. As we can see here, it gave me with different key figures, of course. And if I do the same here for the cost overview, the system will rearrange and put different KPIs, key figures here with different data, as I can see. For example, under the view, I can add more characteristics, as we mentioned before. Let's say, for example, that I will add the company, customer, and accounting period, for example. Here the system rearranges again and starts adding these characteristics, changing the whole structure of the project, giving me the new numbers and new results. I can just rearrange the report by clicking on company and putting it here. The system also will rearrange this and start with the column of the company, then show the rest of the results according to the selection I've done. Okay, let's say I want to see the details of this number here. I can simply click here. We can go deeper from one report to another. I can go to the project line item report, and the system will take me to the new report regarding the specific amount that I have clicked on, and it will show me the details of this sum and how it got there. Here, if I want to save this view, all I need to do is just to click Save View, Save As, and I can rename it here, detailed 2, for example. Click Save. And now I can have this view in my list. I can choose it anytime I enter this report to see the view the way I have changed it. The same thing goes for the selection. For example, let's say that I want to filter and see the data for only one of these projects. Let's choose this one, for example. And now I can see the report regarding my new selection. And the same thing applies. I can save it and keep it for me, or even set it as default to be able to use it again anytime I want. Thank you so much for your time. And now we will move to Mo'min, our dear colleague, and he will take you a quick journey, an overview of one of the main business scenarios of your choice, as we will open.
Thank you very much, and hello everyone.
Choose which scenario you want to see. Thank you so much. And now Mu'min will start the journey with you.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. Hello, everyone. I am Mu'min Amran, SAP ByDesign consultant. It's my pleasure to talk to you through this event. We will start with an overview about SAP ByDesign business process. And according to the survey, we'll talk about purchasing business scenario. So now I'll log into the system. Let's have an overview about SAP ByDesign. We have here, as Ahmed said, we have all open items. Any user will open the system, will see this launchpad, all open items, alert, tasks, any notifications. And here in the left side, we can see the work centers for all modules. Also, work centers assigned according to the authorization matrix, which mean every user can just see what he responsible for. Okay, if you see here, you will see the modules, and every module here have a separate color. Like see, if we see the CRM, for example, we'll see in blue color. The first module, the CRM, we have marketing, account management, new business, sales orders, e-commerce. We have many business areas in this module. And after that, we have in purple color here, the purchasing department or the purchasing module. And here the supply chain, which is the supply chain master data and warehousing and the logistic model, how you receive the products and how you will deliver your products to the customers, and the inbound logistic to receive product and outbound logistics. Here in the pink, we can see the HR module and the finance. We can see the payables, receivables, travel and expense, tax management, liquidity management, payment management. We can see here all modules, and this will be assigned according to the authorization matrix. So now let's have a look on purchasing. So we have this work center, for example, purchase request and orders. If I opened it, I will see here, I can open the purchase request, I can open purchase orders or return to supplier. Okay, so from here, I will open the list for purchase orders. From here, I can see the list, and I will open one of them to see an overview about this purchase order. I'll click edit. Once I open the purchase order, I can see general data about this purchase order, like which supplier I purchased from and the supplier address, just a basic details about purchase order. And here in items, I can see which item I want to purchase. And I have here a basic data about this item, like item type, like item type, product, and delivery. We have here delivery schedule. I can control how to I will receive this product. For example, we have here 20 each. I can schedule them. I will receive 10 each in this week and 10 each in the next week. And this will go to the supplier to know exactly when he will deliver the product. and the system will generate automatically a delivery notification to the warehouse responsible to receive it as it in the purchase order. After that, we have an approval tab. I can see here the approval process, all approval process here, if I have approval process for it, and the prices. Okay, and here's the most important tab, the document flow. From here, I can see the whole cycle started from the purchase request through purchase order, inbound delivery, and supplier invoice. Okay, purchasing cycle.
Sorry to interrupt. The fall we've done it to be checking out the best module that can fit to the requirements of the attendees. And the projects was mainly the main part. So to avoid challenging the time all the attendees have allocated for the session, we need to be moving for the projects part, please.
Okay, very good.
Okay, because only 30 minutes remaining.
Okay, very good. Okay, now we can open the project management. Here to open list of projects. I'll choose all projects, and from here I'll choose project number to open it. Once I clicked on the project name, I can see from here project overview, the person responsible for this project and the project status and when it started, when it finished. If I want to see more details, I can open view all mode from here. And here I'll see the project planning and processing, and I can see from here how many phases and tasks and milestones in my project and what the duration for it. For example, if I press on the first phase, I can see all details about this phase here, a basic information about the duration and the project task name and the dates. Here in the work, I can see which service allocate to this phase and who will work on this service and the planning work for him. And for sure, if he confirm on his work, it will appear here on the actual work. And here I can see the materials I used them to in this phase or this task, and I can choose this material. I will get it from the stock, or I will create a purchase request to the purchasing department to purchase it for me. Here, any expenses in the project, I can see it here. Any revenues coming from the sales department. In the next tab, I can see teaming and staffing, all the staff working in this project and how much hours they work and the actual time. Here in the product, I can see all services and products assigned to this project. And from here, the project manager can request a purchase to purchase a material or purchase a service. From here, you will just click on create purchase request and send the purchase request to the purchasing department, or he can request the material directly from stock. And here overview for the tasks. and I can see any purchase request created from this project. And for sure, he can track the purchasing cycle and receive the product here. And any project stock order can create from here. He can request a product from the stock and receive it and consume it in the project. And here in sales tracking, we can see the sales order created for this product. So we can see how integrated the project management module with the CRM and the purchasing department. And from here, I can see analytics for this project or the project management module. Like Ahmed Ismail show us, we can see the reports and dive into reports to see all data, all information we need to know about this project. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mu'min, for this.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to be covering the other areas that were an interest for the other gentlemen who have spoiled for the other parts like supply chain or finance. Please drop us an email. I'm going to share right now again the slide. Here we go. That's the share. I know it's frustrating not to see your module, but again, that's a democracy. I think we all love democracy. So that's what has been displayed. But we are more than happy to be helping you with our experts to be showing you the whole supply chain or the finance cycles that may be covered. So right now it's open for any questions and answers. And also again, the whole contacts are there to be connecting with us. And you're going to have again another poll after or a survey after the webinar to be checking other areas of interest. So time is open right now for Q&A. Any questions? Okay, so I think that concludes the whole session. Thank you very much for your time. Again, our contacts are there. We're more than happy to be helping you with whatever. Okay, we have a question here. The question, it's that, okay, the main difference between Business by Design and Business One. So it's the question is mainly the difference between the SAP by Design and SAP B1. And the difference actually it's the whenever you're comparing, it's like having another line for the same company. It's SAP, both are SAP products, but you can have a bike from SAP, you can have a plane from SAP, and you can have a car from SAP, from SAP, or from the vendor, or from BMW. If BMW is providing, it's providing 3 lines. So these are 2 different lines. These are both covering the small and medium businesses. SAP by Design comes only cloud, not as Business One. And SAP by Design is covering much more wider scope than Business One. It's available for scaling up for much bigger, or not much bigger, for bigger companies than Business One as a solution. The solution is the main focus areas are different. Yeah, we can have a separate discussion and a session for that separately, to be telling you what the point by point differences. But that's a cloud one. It's covered the whole coverage. The focus areas or the focus industries are totally different. We have so I hope this covers the first question. We have another one, which is if it's not covered, please just mention again another question in any in the Q&A. Okay, the comparison of SAP ByDesign to Microsoft Dynamics, and is it allowed to in case A to have the data on the cloud? So is it allowed to in case A to have the data on cloud? We have like five or six references that can demonstrate our existence and how that is performing in the cloud. So the performance of the cloud is fantastic in case A up to this moment. Comparison to Microsoft Dynamics, it's another product. It's totally another product. I think it requires again a separate session to be comparing it feature to feature differentiation. But mainly SAP has been always the provider for business applications. Not like the other vendors. Some are focused on database, some are focused on productivity applications, but SAP is focusing only on business applications. And the main focus in the software is only to be providing a validated best practice with its 40+ years of knowledge to be covering your business 100%. Not a focus of technology, it's a focus of business. That's a key differentiator for SAP in general and how it designs the whole applications. And again, the scope is different between both applications. The target industries are different between both applications, and the scalability is totally different. You're not locked to a provider that you need to be working with in multiple modules. In SAP, you can only have SAP ByDesign out of it. It's built on HANA database. So HANA database is the best performing database worldwide. So it helps you in this. Again, the application is built in the cloud. The whole solution is built in the cloud. And the final takeaway in that is all the features that are coming out of the box. You don't need to buy or to be buying or having another softwares for this. So I hope this covers. Again, if you have any more questions in that. Also, I forgot the pricing does not change in your contracts as a business application or a business software company. SAP is changing it based on users. So that's these are the main things. And also the support, you're going to have a 24/7 coming from SAP for the software if anything happens. I hope this covers this question. So again, another question. Technically, is it possible to upgrade from Business One to ByDesign? Technically, it's not a migration, it's a redeployment. However, we can have the master data. The data conversion can be done between both applications. It's better than a zero to be having the master data from Business One, but however, you're going to change a bit of the master data formats to be changing to Business ByDesign as a bigger solution in scope. It requires more data in the master data. So again, it's going to be, it can be converted, but it's not an upgrade. It's again another deployment. So any other questions here? Okay. So this means a new implementation. Yes, it's a new implementation. Yes, it is a new implementation. But this implementation, whenever it's based on deployment that is there, it's going to take less time to be having it. So this means that throughout an assessment, a couple of hours or 3 hours assessment, our experts can help your IT team to be having a realistic transfer time between both applications. So it's an implementation. My reply is yes, it's a new implementation, but it's taking much less time in the deployment. Any other questions? Okay, so I think that concludes our session for today. We're more than happy if you can follow us for the next webinars and the next upcoming events. I'd like to thank you very much for your attendance. I'd like to thank my colleagues Ahmed Ismail and Mu'min Amran for their illustrations today. And thank you very much, and see you soon. Please stay posted and see you soon. Thank you.